the idea of becoming a citizen for me was in a way, it was kind of like a philosophical decision. You know, it was this is what I am. This is what I believe myself to be. I believe myself to be an American. Does that mean that I agree with every other American? Of course not. Absolutely not. But I believe myself to be in spirit an American. I believe in the Constitution of this country, and I believe in the tenets and the aspirations of this country.
Craig Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gimme 5. He has announced the other day that he's leaving the CBS Late Show at the end of this year. And it's not really shocking or surprising. He was the natural choice, I thought, to take over for David Letterman when Letterman leaves. Instead, his own network bypassed him and went to, went and got Stephen Colbert, or Colbert, as I like to call him. And, and of course, Colbert, in my opinion, is David Letterman, even further to the left of David Letterman, but he curses. Now, he won't be cursing on the Late Show when he takes over for Letterman, unless they put beeps in everything and he just keeps doing what he's doing. But a guy like Craig Ferguson, who is an American citizen, proud to be an American, and talks positively about being an American and about America, there's no room for him on late night TV, you see. Here's some more of what we're not going to be getting when Letterman goes away.
America, to me, when I was a kid, and I talk about it in the book, was really about, the first picture I had of America was American astronauts. It was NASA guys, watching them landed on the moon. I think the first American I ever saw was Neil Armstrong. So it was an aspiration for me to be an American, basically.
American greatness. American greatness is what inspired him to want to become an American citizen. American greatness, something that, of course, this president, this administration not only doesn't speak about, but they frown upon it. They frown upon people becoming great now, because greatness is equated with greediness or greed, unless, of course, you're a movie star or a sports athlete. But you could see what inspired Craig Ferguson. And I'm so happy. This interview, by the way, was done on let's see, I want to get this straight. This interview was done by Borders, and it was a book interview, and it was several years ago. But it's very, very, very telling. Now, here he talks about one of our cherished rights in this country, freedom of speech. Watch.
If you go to a country and you're not a citizen of that country and you start complaining about the government, I think that's like going into somebody's house and complaining about their drapes. I mean, it's none of your damn business. Unless you're involved, you're involved. So I think, and America is a big, powerful country. I wanted to be part of the debate, but I didn't want the debate to get ahead of everything else. The fact, for me, it's very important that we have debate. That's the most American of all our traditions, is the right to disagree. That's the essential nature of this country, is the right to disagree with those in power.
Right.
That's the single most important thing, I believe, in our Constitution, the right to voice dissent.
Well, that's why he's not getting the Late Show. That's why he's not getting the Late Show. How dare he say that? How dare he say that? And finally, by the way, did you hear the subtle knock at Piers Morgan? If you're not an American, how dare you criticize the Constitution? Nobody wants to hear it. It's not going to work, and it didn't work for Morgan. Here's the next one.
And I always believed, especially when I was talking to people from Europe who were very happy to badmouth America when what they meant was they didn't agree with the policies of George Bush and Dick Cheney, was to say to them, your voice of dissent is unwelcome as far as I'm concerned in this argument. The most effective voice of dissent, and as it turned out, it was the most effective voice of dissent, is within the American public. And it always has been in America, and that's what I like about this country. One of the many things I like about this country is that we are our most effective voice of dissent.
Have you noticed?
And it'll happen again. It'll go the other way too.
Yeah. What a darn shame that he didn't get Letterman's replacement. Hey, maybe he'll get something better. He needs to be heard. On the Steve Malzberg Show, right here on Newsmax Television. or will be